Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Borderlands 2. I'm Nosgard Silverclaw, here with my character Gage.
I've been following Jack's orders from the beginning. Jack modified the power core you found to have a Hyperion network uplink. Through it, I was able to access Sanctuary's defenses and lower them. It was all part of Jack's plan.
I'm a frozen fish stick.
And he's a frozen fish stick. And today we are going to continue on the main quest by going through, through the fridge and a few other zones.
I hate rats.
Yep. For those who might not know from the last video, because I understand some of you probably skipped the Horde mode, I am currently using a weapon I picked up there. It is in that video. It's a Vladoff acid pistol. It's pretty good for this type of area. Well, for rats anyway, although fire would work best.
They do, but I hate rats.
Everyone hates rats. They're kind of a pain. That's the whole point. They're an annoyance enemy.
They're so skinny and hard to hit.
I think guns got a lot of recoil, but what can you do? That's an automatic for you.
Fucking assholes.
And rats are noisy. I mean, like, worse than bandits. Everything in this game is noisy, but rats are really noisy.
They're pretty insane with their noisiness. They aren't even musical, which makes them even worse.
Interesting thing there as well that I might not have mentioned until now, and in fact I don't think I did. You know whacks don't have an affiliation. They will attack the nearest anything, including enemies. So you can actually use whacks as a distraction tool.
Yeah, well. Yeah, pretty much.
A semi-effective distraction tool. I'm not saying they're going to kill anybody, but they will draw a little bit of fire.
So it's handy when you have some rats around.
Now, there's an enemy coming up in just a few seconds here. I think there'll be some more rats first.
5 years ago, I tricked Roland and his friends into opening the vault. I told them it was to protect Pandora from a great evil. That was a lie. Jack knew he could make a fortune off the iridium held within the vault. He was too much of a coward to open it himself. Through me, he got the vault hunters to do his dirty work. I'm so tired of manipulating people.
Poor Angel. So yeah, as I was saying, a new enemy coming up. This one, I am actually probably the worst build possible to fight, so I'm mostly going to skip them, but we will demonstrate one of them. Now that enemy is, wait for it.
I'm so turned on by anticipation.
You should be. First I think about guns and decide I don't want them.
I take the slag one, because it's handy to have slag.
It is. You can probably see it by now. You see that weird crystalline thing? Well, yeah, the one that just came out of the ground. Those, you have to shoot them. To hurt them at all, you have to shoot them in the glowing yellow points on their legs. The problem is, they resist... Well, rather, they don't take good damage from virtually anything but explosives, which I'm not currently carrying a Torg weapon. But if you break all their leg things, they die, just like that. And all those...
money.
Yeah, all those yellow crystal-y things they drop, well, that's just cash in crystal-y form.
Oh, it's handy. Well, you can just ignore them for now.
They also have a projectile attack where they throw an exploding crystal ball at you with what just got me. And it hurts a lot, actually.
Gosh darn gigglets.
You can see one about to go off there. Yep, that little thing that bounced in front of me blew up and knocked Dark back. That's why I tried to push back a little bit more to hopefully keep him out of the blast radius when he gets me up.
Luckily, they lost interest in us.
Yeah, like most enemies, if you get far enough away, they kind of go, eh. And they're pretty slow, so their interest range isn't that great. But yeah, if you want to fight those, I recommend you bring a Torg weapon. Now here's back to Angel.
Without you, Pandora has no hope. You have no reason to trust me, I get that. But if you're going to stop Jack from controlling the warrior, you'll need my help. Because I know where the key is. It's with me.
Right then. So, the fridge has plenty of quests and things we'll pick up for it later once we get back to our home again. As if that's a spoiler, the whole point of the quest is to return to Sanctuary. But first, Angel again. Wait for it. Well, first there's invisible assholes. We'll learn about those in a moment. Wow, maybe I'm off on when she starts talking. Oh no, here she comes.
Hey, Hey, killer. I phased the city. No big deal. Find a way back here as quick as you can. Now that Sanctuary's reappeared, you can use any fast travel station to get back to the Crimson Raiders. I'll mark the nearest one on your Echo device.
Error. Location, Sanctuary. Not found.
Oh no. The phase blast must have taken Sanctuary off the fast travel network. Okay. Head to the Iridium extraction plant nearby. I think I know how to get you back to your friends.
Now we're gonna go over a new enemy.
You know, I didn't lie to you about everything. You really are the only person who can stop Jack. Roland, Lilith, and Mordecai. He defeated them long ago. They can help you reach him, but in the end, it will be you who brings Jack down.
You can kind of see their shields indicate how long they can be invisible. Once the shields are knocked down, you can see them again.
Indeed, their shield affects their invisibility. I would say I'm probably the best build for this enemy, which is the exact opposite of those rocky things, because these enemies, when they have an elemental effect, it ruins their invisibility. They're not immune to damage invisible, they just can't be seen. But if they're electrocuted, have acid, yada yada, it leaves a big glow when they're trying to be invisible.
They also reveal themselves when they are about to attack, so that's always handy.
Indeed, they don't attack invisible, that would be a little too OP. But that's enough about the Stalkers. Let's move on to the Flame Loaders. A lot of new things to fight today. They use fire damage, and they're much like gun loaders except fire damage. Not much to say.
Yeah. My shield does block their attack, but it still leaves the residual damage, so you can't walk into the fire still, no?
Indeed. Also, something to note, the Stalkers in this area will fight the Loaders. I mean, they'll all fight you as well, but they are considered enemy factions.
Some ammo. Time to run off, because we killed everything.
Indeed. And now let's get to, actually, it's a...
If you can cross the river and steal a supply beacon, we can get Sanctuary back onto the fast travel network. I promise. Little as I'm sure that means right now.
Don't mind me, I'm just popping some surveyors because I don't much care for them. Flying around, healing everybody.
Slow.
Indeed.
Slowy Joey, in fact.
So here we meet a few more new enemies, like, well, EXP loaders aren't new, those are the guys that explode when they die. I was referring to the engineer, the Hyperion engineer. They can actually deploy those shield repair things, which is why I like to pop them off. Beyond that, they're basic humans with a machine gun. If you fought bandits, you can fight them. But to continue on, all you gotta do is just walk up here, where Dark put his turret down, and you can cross the river.
Just hit the button to call it back. It moves back and forth automatically, but you can just hit the button any time to just...
Indeed. And I bounced off the railing.
And I didn't.
Quiet you.
Nah, no. Two thorough surveyors. Very good, very good.
Will be congratulated for their initiative before their public disassembling.
Do you see those lunar supply shots? We need to steal a lunar supply beacon and get the moon base to send you an uncalibrated fast travel unit. You can use that to get Sanctuary back on the fast travel network. Simple. Except not at all.
Now right here we have a warden. Well, we have, it's like the warden. The thing that had Roland. Same concept, although I forget what they're actually called now.
It's a constructor.
A constructor, that's it, thank you. Yep, it's a script to construct a fight right here. It's nothing too bad, that's why I'm using an acid weapon, because it's a robot, weak to acid, you know the drill.
But as per RPG rules, early bosses become regular enemies later down the line.
Indeed, and as per, well, Bazooka, or RPG rules again, nothing lives long when Dark fired 3 rockets into it.
They don't live that long, especially when slag.
Now I'm restocking here because it's about to get pretty hot. This is, in my opinion, one of the harder fights in the game coming up.
Unless you know what you're doing, which This is probably your first time encountering them.
Keep it up, robots. You are adequate.
Did that thresher just eat the beacon? You'll need to get that back.
Now, the weak point on a Thresher is actually the yellow dots on its eye stalks, I guess would be the best way to put it. It's got those yellow eye-like things. That's his weak point.
No, that it's both on his main body and on his tentacles. Another thing to note is that he has invincibility frames when he's eating the beacon thing, so that's why we weren't shooting at it right away.
Indeed. During the fight, there's going to be a lot of robots, like EXP loaders and gun loaders, that are going to show up to join the fray, but they're only wanting to fight you. They got no beef with the Thresher, sadly. That is not to say the Thresher does not want to fight them, but they focus on you. Now be careful on this fight, because that thing has surprisingly long tentacles, as you might have caught briefly there. It can hit you, like, across the room. It's pretty ridiculous, so keep your distance if you don't have the tankiness to fight it up front.
Very much so.
And this is my problem with too many automatic weapons. I run out of ammo a lot. But what can you do?
You do. Well, luckily, I have the tankiness to deal with him head on. I just realized you have no health regen, don't you?
Not currently, but I'll get some of my switch builds.
You've got the beacon? Good. We can use that to request an uncalibrated fast travel unit from the moon base. You'll need a quiet place to set up the beacon. Head to the town of Overlook. Thanks to Hyperion's mining operations, the people of Overlook suffer from the skull shivers. They won't disturb us.
And now we've got to head to Overlook. But I think, well, we're going to head there, but I think we're going to deal with the Overlook events in the next video, because I feel like that deserves its own video. That's a pretty intense scene.
Oh, this is so frustrating. You see, this is what I don't get about you bad guys. You know the hero's gonna win, but you just don't die quickly. Man, example, this one guy in New Haven, right? City's burning, people are dying left and right, yada yada yada. This jackal rushes me with a spoon. A freaking spoon, and I'm dying laughing, right? So I scoop out his stupid little eyeballs with it, and his kids are like, oh, yeah! And he can't see where he's going, he's bumping into stuff, and anyway, I don't know, maybe he had to be there. The moral is, you're a total bitch.
Well, the fact I'm a total bitch aside, that story was actually really funny to me. I thought it was funny. I want to see a guy get his eyes gouged out with a spoon.
No.
I don't?
You want to do it.
It's true, I want to gouge somebody's eyes out with a spoon. That does sound pretty fun.
It's a very important detail. But anyway, I'm freezing cold.
And I'm Nosgard Silverclaw.
See you next time.
Why are you freezing cold again?
Because this winter, you're just in a frozen area,
Oh,
adding 2 and 2.
right. Don't you think we say goodbye a little early? We still got like 30 seconds left.
No.
Alright, well, fair enough. Just showing you guys on the map where we went in case you couldn't see good from the back seat view. And next time we'll be heading to the town of Overlook, which is literally right there. But first, I don't want to take any more shit from this punk.
He always forgets I have the superior weaponry.
Yeah, a rocket launcher in a point-blank duel is not, it's not right. It's just not right.
This is a guy who just pulled out his robot